What's going on, everybody? It is that time of the year, as everyone else who does movie stuff, reviews and stuff like that. They are coming out with their top 10 best movies and top 10 worst movies. And this, as the title says, is my top 10 worst movies of 2018. Currently, it is already 2019 when I'm filming this. I was trying to wait and see if I would get a chance to go see a couple of other movies that came out at the end of December, like Sherlock and Watson, um, or Sherlock Holmes and Watson with Will Ferrell, and um, I'm slipping on his name, John C. Reilly. That's it. But I didn't. So it's life. I was working. I was sick during Christmas. That's another reason why it's taking me this long to record it, and get it up. But yeah, I'm finally getting a chance to do that, and so we're just gonna jump right in. Now, I had a couple movies that I truly did hate, and other movies that I kind of enjoyed that I knew were like not really great movies, but I had a fun time with, and I didn't completely hate them. Like some movies, I hated everything, but the actors did a really good job, or the cinematography did a really good job. So there might not be so high up on the list. They might be shit movies, but they're not that high up on the list. That's just, and these are all my personal opinions. They're not gonna be the same as yours. But we're gonna jump right in with some dishonorable mentions. And first up is A Wrinkle in Time. I have a review for this. I gave it a D plus, if I'm not mistaken, because I did enjoy it, and I had some flaws with it. Like the plot, it's kind of hard to follow, but it's a beautiful movie. Visually, like the CGI and the cinematography, it's all great. The acting's also really great, except for the main girl, which I had a problem with. And the first time I watched it, but I just recently rewatched it before I made this, and I didn't mind her as much as I did the first time. Still, she's not that great, but at the same time, she's not as horrible as I made her out to be. Um, but it's still not a great movie. It's a movie I could probably watch maybe one or two more times, or I might, and that would be years in the future. It's not something like I know that I have to watch now again. Um, but you know what? I did enjoy it, but it's not that great. It still deserves that D plus. But next up is the Miracle Season. I do have a review for that. Yeah, I honestly I don't even remember that movie, but if you want to hear all my thoughts about it, you can go check out my review. Next, we have Robin Hood, the 2018 one. A lot of people hated this movie, like hated it. I don't see where all the hate came from. I did enjoy it. I liked the acting. I liked what they were going for. But at the same time, like the action sequences, they were underwhelming to me. I liked all the jokes and stuff. I did like that. I liked Jamie Foxx and Taron Egerton, bouncing off of each other. But besides that, there really wasn't that much. I definitely will be picking this one up because I do want to watch it again. Just because I do. I want to see if they add in like an extended cut, because some of the action sequences just felt rushed to me. Like there's more to it. But yeah, they are setting it up for a sequel, so I would be down to watch a sequel with this. I did like what they were going to. It's not your typical Robin Hood story. So yeah, for that, I give them credit, and it's something different. So it's not horrible, but it's not that great either. Um, Next is Action Point, the newest Johnny Knoxville movie. I enjoyed it. I own it. I watched it since. It's fun, but it's also really underwhelming. The story you just really don't care for. But if you like Johnny Knoxville and you like his movies and you like him doing stunts and just stupid shit, you're gonna like this one more than likely. Next is a movie called Overboard with Aaron Ferris. I saw this one in theaters. I think I have a review for it. I saw a lot of movies this year, and a lot of the bad movies with making this movie, I don't remember. These are just movies that I either gave a C or below, honestly, in how I graded them. But Overboard, I think I have a review for it. I thought it was way too long. It was funny towards like the middle, but like the first 30 to 45 minutes, I thought was pointless. So for that reason, it's in the dishonorable mentions. Next up, we have Game Over Man, which is a Netflix original movie, um, done by the people that did Workaholics. Love Workaholics, but when I watched this movie, I didn't really care for it. I didn't find it that funny. I thought it was really stupid. Not completely horrible, because there are aspects to the movie that I did like, but other than that, it's eh. I wouldn't recommend it. And the last dishonorable mention is Skyscraper. Now, I know I have a review for this one. I gave it a C or a C minus. I did pick this one up on 4K on Black Friday. I haven't watched it since. It was a huge letdown for me. I thought from the trailer it looked really kind of fun and like it was going to be a fun action, like thriller, kind of like Die Hard. But it wasn't. What I remember of it, it was like just really kind of boring. I liked The Rock in it, and I liked the visual effects, but besides that, it really wasn't that great. But coming in at number 10, we have Truth or Dare. I know I have a review for this one. This is one of the ones that I like the acting for, and I like the cinematography for, but other than that, this movie was garbage. I know I picked it up on Black Friday, but that's only because I have a friend who really does like it. And for $4, I would pick it up just so they could watch it. And it's going to be in my collection. I'll probably watch the unrated cut of it just because I want to see if there's something different and if it makes the movie better. But other than that, this movie was garbage. And that's why it's at number 10. Alright, number 9, we have Death Wish. That is Eli Roth and Bruce Willis's Death Wish that came out this year. I have a review for that one too. Didn't really like it. Bruce Willis, I think every movie that he has done in the last, like, maybe easily since the last Die Hard movie that we don't acknowledge, he has just been phoning in all of his performances. Like, that's why I am worried about Glass. I don't want him to phone it in. It is one of my most anticipated movies of 2018, but he worries me to be back in it. But in this movie, he was just there for a paycheck. You could see it in his face and everything that he did. I liked Eli Roth's directing. I liked the gore and the action sequences. But other than that, this movie was horseshit. Next up is Escape Plan 2. Now, this was a straight-to DVD, VOD sequel to Escape Plan. I liked Escape Plan. I thought it was a fun, different take on, prison escaping movies. I really did like that movie. I was looking forward to this one. They had Dave Bautista and Sylvester Stallone was coming back for it. But, oh my God, the first 45 minutes, I watched this and I was like, what is going on? And then I felt like, with, some of the cinematography and, the CGI with, the electrical fields and stuff, I was like, this is, a horrible acid trip. The main character, you start off and, they're just doing this hostage rescue mission, and it's like, okay, you have all these new characters, but we don't know. Then 50 Cent shows up, and it's like, okay, this is Sylvester Stallone's team. Okay, then it takes, a couple minutes, easily 10, 15 minutes for Sylvester Stallone to show up, and he's just behind the desk running his company. And then the main character is, he's talking to him, and they're playing this game, and then he's, talking, okay, you're gonna go here. And then, he's training, and, while they're, Sylvester Stallone's doing, a talkover, and then he's in China. Then he's in Bangkok. Then he's getting into a fight. Then he's getting arrested, and he's in this prison. And then from there, I honestly don't know. Until, Dave Bautista showed up, and Sylvester Stallone got into the prison, and they actually started really trying to escape. That's when I liked the movie. But that's easily 45 minutes to an hour of that movie out of an hour and a half movie that I liked. That it actually got good. But the rest of it was garbage. And they set it up for a third one. I will probably watch the third one because it's going to have a different director. And hopefully it's better than the second one. But yeah, the second one, I would not recommend. Unless you just want to watch it because it's a sequel to Escape Plan. I would not watch Escape Plan 2, Hades. And that is why it's at number 8. How I'm talking about, you can tell that I really did not like this movie. So that tells you that the movies below it are even worse. But coming at number 6, we have Breaking In. This movie actually did look good to me. I thought it was going to be a really good home invasion movie. Nope. Only thing I liked about that movie that I can remember is the villains, and that's it. That's really it. I review it for it. Go check it out. But other than that, that movie was horrible. Next up is Ibiza. That's a Netflix original movie starring the girl from Love. I love the show Love. I really did. I thought that was a great show. Really good characters. Just overall, it felt like real life. So, and I liked her in Life of a Party. So I was actually looking forward to watching her new movie that she was making with Netflix. That movie was horrible. If you've seen the movie Rough Night with Scarlett Johansson, it's just as bad as that one. That movie is horrible too. But Ibiza, it was a little bit better than that movie, but at the same time, it was horrible. It wasn't funny. It was, just kind of stupid. It made her out to be kind of like a stalker. And not like, and it's like, okay, she's just a stalker, but it's sweet. But it's still stalkery. And yeah, I did not like that movie. Do not recommend that one to go check it out on Netflix. If you like it, then good. But that is why it is my number 6. Number 5 is the movie Show Dogs. I also reviewed this one on my channel. Show Dogs was garbage. I mean, even Will Arnett could not save this movie. I like Will Arnett. I think he's funny. I like him in Arrested Development. I liked him voicing Lego Batman. I like him in just about everything else I've seen him in. But this movie, shit, this movie was garbage. It was dog shit, basically. It's not even probably good for kids. The kids that were in the theaters when I watched it were bored. So, yeah. Show Dogs, I would not recommend unless you just want torture yourself, then sure, go on and check it out. But if you want to watch a talking dog movie, there are so many other movies that are worth watching. Coming in at number 4, which is one of the first movies I ever reviewed, and that's Samson. I hated this movie. Actually, I did not know the story of Samson when I was going in, and yeah, this movie was garbage. From the acting, to the story, to the plot, to the dialogue, to the cinematography. Everything about this movie was just horrible. Like, there's no redeeming qualities. I can forgive a lot of stuff in the movie because I can look at the movie and how it's made and see that that person in that job's, doing their job, and they're doing a really good job. It's just the movie overall sucks. That's why a lot of these are either in dishonorable mentions or, higher up on this list. But Samson, there's no redeemable qualities at all. Everyone that was in this movie and even worked on this movie did a horrible, horrible, horrible job. And that's why it's number 4. So we're in my top 3 now. Coming in at number 3 is a newest movie. It's getting a lot of good reviews. I did review this one on Christmas Eve. I watched it on Christmas Eve. And that is Bird Box. Netflix original newest movie, Bird Box. I hated this movie. I have come across so many people who have liked it and have recommended it to me. And when I tell them I hate it, they're like, what? Why do you hate that? Well, because it is horrible. And I'm not going to get into it, but just go watch my review. If you want to hear all my thoughts, I get really in-depth with that movie. Not really in-depth because I don't really give that many spoilers away, but I just, without even giving spoilers away, I can shit on that movie all day long. It is god-awful. And if you like it, then let me know down in the comments and let's talk about it. But, yeah. Bird Box is number 3. Coming in at number 2 is Amy Schumer's I Feel Pretty. I do not like Amy Schumer. I will say that right now. I do not find her funny. I don't like her in any of her movies. She ruined Judd Apatow's Trainwreck to me. I like Bill Hader. I like Judd Apatow movies. I was really looking forward to that. Amy Schumer, to me, ruined that movie. And everyone that I've talked to that watched it, that liked Judd Apatow and Bill Hader, even they say that she ruined it for them. And, I don't like her stand-up either. I don't like her as a comedian. She's good as an actress. Like, if you watch Thank You for Your Service, and she's doing a dramatic role, I liked her in that. But that's really the only thing I've ever seen her in that I liked. And I Feel Pretty, I have a review it for it on my channel. I review it for these last 2. Really, the last 5 I have reviews for up on my channel. The worst of the worst movies. But, yeah, if you want to hear all my thoughts about these, go check it out. But I hated I Feel Pretty, and I saw it with my brother, and he looked over at me, and he was like, I'm bored. This is horrible. So, yeah, I would not recommend that to anyone. And number one, if you've been on my channel, I've talked about this movie, and everyone that, and shitted on it for since March when it came out, and that's The Hurricane Heist. This movie was completely horrible. Like, honestly, I don't know how this movie got made, especially with some really big named actors. And it was made by the people that made the Fast and Furious 1. I don't know how this movie got made. Honestly, tell me how this movie got made, because this movie is horrible. The CGI is horrible. The action is horrible. The writing, the plot, the storyline, everything about this movie is horrible. I don't know how this movie got made. Seriously, who came up and was like, Hurricane Heist? Let's make it a theatrical release. Let's get big named actors to it. Like Toby Kebbell. Toby Kebbell is actually a really decent actor. He cannot catch a break in any good movies, really. But even in this movie, he could not save it. Honestly, I don't know what happened with this movie. This movie should have been a B-rate movie that came straight to VOD and DVD and Blu-ray. It's on Netflix if you want to see how god-awful it is. You can go check it out. Even my dad watched it, and he's like, yeah, that movie's horrible. Like, my dad likes a lot of movies, but for him to say that movie is horrible, that says a lot. But yeah, guys, that is my top 10 worst movies of 2018. Let me know what you guys thought of, 2018. What's your worst movie of all time out this year? Do you agree with my list? Do you not? Do you think that I put too many dishonorable mentions? Do you think that they weren't good enough reasons? Do you think that some of those should have been on my top 10? Let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, guys, in the description, I have links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages. You can click on over there for updates on personal life, things I'm working on, things I might be doing, thinking about doing, guests I might be thinking about having on, stuff like that. You never know what I might post over there. I also go live on Facebook and Instagram every now and again, so you can join my live streams if you want to. And yeah, if you like this video, then go check out my best of 2018 movie list, because I liked a lot of the movies that came out this year. This year was good, a good year for movies, and 2019 I hopefully will be even better. And I did not see all of the movies that came out this year, so yeah. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, because it really does help me out. Also share with all your friends, family, everyone that you know, and people that you don't know. And hit that subscribe button for more awesome content like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.